This is an Olds Community TV Special Report, a conversation with Debbie Bennett, who is seeking the nomination as PC Alberta candidate for the Olds-Didsbury-Three Hills constituency.
My name's Debbie Bennett. Originally, I grew up in Edmonton and moved here in Olds in 2001. My husband and I have Guardian Emergency, which is oil field and industrial standby medical services. I'm a second-term counselor in the town of Olds. Previous background, I have a Bachelor of Arts from U of A, and I was previous chair for Communities in Bloom for a number of years, and previous member-at-large chair for the Municipal Planning Commission, and enjoyed all of those spots. And grew up in a fairly political family that was always concerned with what was going on municipally, provincially, and federally. So always had my hand or ear to the radio or newspaper. So it's always been an interest of mine. Once I moved here, and I guess the time was right to run, and at municipal level there are generally more women running. The opportunity came up when Jim Prentice was elected, and I thought he was a fellow that I could work under. I appreciated what he had to say. I appreciated that he was going to be a very good manager, and liked a lot of his ideas right off the bat. I didn't expect this particular time to come so quickly. I thought the 2016 election was, the one that was slated, so that would have been the timeline. However, things quickly changed, and it wasn't until Bruce Rowe finally decided that he wasn't going to run again that I made my public decision to do so. I'd been thinking about it for some time. And I've spoken to many female and male MLAs, and they said, more women, the better. So if you have it in your heart to do it, please come out and do it. And I look forward to serving Olds-Didsbury-Three Hills as the MLA, and I will have 26,000 team members, because you certainly don't do this as a single person. And it's a position of accepting knowledge from others and collaborating with groups in all of these areas. I'm an advocate for education, for infrastructure such as roads and bridge work. All of those things are needed throughout the county. And with a lower oil dollar recently, and the budget for the provincial government probably going to be a big surprise, or maybe not. We are going to take a hit with it. Hoping to get municipal funding at a stable level. Hard to say what this budget will bring, but you have to work with what you get, and that's going to be the challenge, and challenges I'm willing to accept. Education is a big issue for me. I want the kids in our district to be competitive in the work world, whether it's provincially or federally or internationally. They learn differently right now. They're doing, from a very young grade, project-based learning. So they are already collaborating 4 or 5, 6 in a group, and you can just transpose them to Apple or Microsoft, and you can see how they work that way. I want them literate. I want them to have literacy skills, numeracy skills, and the very latest in technology. I want our district to have the best education marks. That's a big focus of mine. And also environmental stewardship, I'm a proponent of, and being in a gas and oil based economy, we have to look at that carefully. I'm also hoping, with collaboration of every other MLA and all the constituencies in Alberta, that we can find diverse streams of revenue. It's time that we can't rely on. We have to quit talking about it and actually do something without relying on gas and oil. Those are main ones. I'm looking for youth-based as well, and getting them involved in a say around, what should our region look like? What does our region need that might be affordable for us, or we can plan for? this isn't a job for a vision of 1 or 2 years. We have to look out 5, 10, 20 years and see what the kids have to say. You know, what kind of things do rural Albertans need, and small town. We in Olds and Didsbury, Carstairs, Crossfield, all are on Highway 2. It's a fabulous corridor to be a part of. Economically, we can bring in businesses, and we want young families to come in and keep our towns vibrant. Keeping business going when infrastructure changes are going on, whether it be road work or we're replacing our pipes underneath. You have to work a happy medium so people can access businesses or access a road to make their way through to go home. So all of those have to be taken into account when you're doing any infrastructure work. I know that the gravel roads, Kneehill County, Mount View County, there are issues, right? We live in a climate that's 4-season. Winter's really hard on roads, and it shows come springtime. So having enough funds, what we build, we should maintain. We can't just build it and leave it and hope it takes care of itself, because it won't. So using a budget and putting funds aside for ongoing maintenance, I think, is very important. I can't speak to much of it, unfortunately. I wasn't privy to any of it, really. So once Jim Prentice had either invited or encouraged them to cross the floor, when they did go across, they ended up working very well together. Bruce Rowe has high praise for Premier Prentice, and said that he believes he's the right premier at the right time. I know that there might be some disillusioned Wild Rosers, and you know, I hear tidbits, but I'm not really necessarily privy to all of that. And we thank Bruce Rowe very much and his family for all the work he did. It's not an easy job at all, and it took a lot of heart for him to put his name forward and to do the job, and I'm really not privy to what went on in between, so I just wished him very good luck and tell him to thank his family for us. Well, I will have to be doing some speeches. I'm doing an advertising campaign, and I'm happy if folks want to speak to me. My phone number is 403-509768, or they can reach me at Debbie Bennett at oldsnet.ca. So I'm willing to hear from the constituents on any matters right now, and hope that I can go forward with hearing what they want from their MLA. Nominating committee takes over and sets up for the election on March 14th, and it's 9 to 11 in Three Hills at the Super 8, and 1 o'clock to 4:30 at the Olds Legion for voting purposes. So it's a very big constituency. I know that the MLAs before me put on a lot of miles, but it's well worth it when you get to hear the voices of Irricana and Huxley and everybody else in between. So it will be exciting. Yeah. I'm looking forward to encouraging women to take up politics, and whether they just start to come out and listen to speeches is step one, or they read up on internet or in newspapers and develop a thought for themselves about who might they be interested in electing, the next person. And if you do small steps and get opinions from everybody, and you eventually form your own, which party you would like to follow. And once you've done that, please come out and vote. I know part of this, when I'm selling memberships, some women have said, I've never had a membership to any party. I said, well, you know, if you're willing to support me, you would get a membership for the Progressive Conservative Party of Alberta. And they go, yeah, I want to do this. I want to vote. I've never voted in anything except a regular election. So I think that puts a tidbit of spark in them, and that they want to go forward. So I'm encouraging women, don't be afraid. Step forward. I know many women have said, oh, I don't want to run. What if you lose? It's like, well, it could happen. But, you can't run with that attitude, and you've learned so much in the experience, you'll be ready for the next one. So I encourage women to come forward and put their name for municipal councils or boards or commissions and get a start that way. I'm an advocate for the constituents, and the team of 26,000 and I will make great strides and have our Olds-Didsbury-Three Hills constituency well on the map. It's an easy place to brag about. We have so many amenities, great farms, great ranches, great scenery, great people, and we have some of the best volunteers in the world, and our numbers in volunteers are much higher than most ridings. So congratulations to all of you who volunteer and do such good work for all of us. So thank you.
This is an Olds Community TV Special Report. Olds Community TV, your go-to channel for news and information in Olds, Alberta.